Peace, family. Kanja Queen here, and I have a treat for you. We are going to be channeling the goddess Sekhmet because we have a Leo full moon that is coming up, and we just had the Super Bowl ritual that just passed. I cannot wait to get into all of the news that I have to share with you. But first of all, you already know, get your tea ready, get your spliffs ready, get your pen and paper ready because, baby, we're going to be diving deep. And if we have enough time, stick through it to the end. We're going to be able to delve deeper into Q&A so we can answer some of your questions. So shout out to the family. I see people coming up in that building. Shout out where you're from, your city, your state, your country, your village, your town, wherever you're from. We're going to get deep tonight. But before we even do that, let's just bring good energy into this room. Make sure that you hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe. Now, let me add in the Instagram family. We have the YouTube family connected because Sekhmet wants to come through and give this message, family. And you already know, make sure you screen record this because y'all know how it gets. Okay. Oh, it says I'm live on IG. Okay, we live on IG and we are also live on YouTube as well. Give me one moment. Let me just make sure there's no feedback. Hold on, y'all. Because y'all know I don't want no issues when we start delving into this information. So get your pens and papers ready. All right, here we go. Boom. Just doing some back end stuff. Don't mind me. There we go. Check that off. So that don't interrupt. Perfect. Okay, we're good to go now. All righty. So how's everybody feeling? Yo, this Leo full moon is so intense, baby. First of all, shout out to my Leo. Shout out to my Aquariuses. We still in Aquarius season. You feel me? But I feel as though this energy affects everybody differently. But something about that Leo energy that is making a lot of people really raw. Like, I'm talking about speak your truth, throat chakra opening up, the truth is being revealed, eyes is being open, and like the people is just ready for the truth now. They tired of the lies, they tired of the shenanigans, they tired of this false matrix, they tired of all of this stupidity at this point. And the rituals and stuff that used to distract the people it doesn't have the same effect anymore. That sleep spell that they put over the masses to keep you asleep, yeah, it's a wrap for that. Like the false leaders is falling. We're going to get all into that. And this is why we are in the year of the serpent, the year of the snake, okay? The year of the snake is all about that feminine dark goddess energy. Hecate, Sekhmet. Okay, Sekhmet. We're going to talk a lot about Sekhmet, and I have a treat for you too, because we're going to delve into a little bit of this book. Y'all know I always recommend my books. This is one of the books I always recommend, Encyclopedia of Spirits. And if you guys are interested and you are bookworms like me and you like to delve deeper into your occult studies and your metaphysical knowledge, I would definitely say check out my link in my description, my Amazon link. I have a list of all of the books that I recommend, my books that I read, and things of that nature. Okay, now let me tune in. So we got a few points that we're going to talk about in this live. Don't mind me. I just want to ring my little dong and get the energy right. Okay, so let's go. We ask that the spirits clear this space. Only good energy, only good vibes, no negativity. Everybody in here is blessed or is blissed, because some of y'all don't like that word. Is blissed, is covered. May the energy of this full moon, Leo full moon, bring everybody in here courage and strength and protection at this time, because those who once had power is losing their power and they are fighting like a cockroach that just got sprayed with Raid. Ashe, ashe. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. When that cockroach is on his back kicking and squealing and screaming and hissing, baby, that's what's happening to these enemies. They are trying to pull every trick out of the book. They're trying to do Project Bluebeam with fake UFOs. But if you've been paying attention, the real UFOs were making themselves known, coming into dreams. Shout out to anybody in here been feeling any type of intuitive dreams, lucid dreams lately. Yo, spirit is not playing. If you had, even for people that I would say is choosing not to see what's happening right now, their eyes is being peeled open. Like literally people's wigs is getting like pushed back, because like everybody, crown chakra energy is, baby. Whew, okay. First of all, I have some announcements. I'm gonna make that a little bit later, so make sure you don't go anywhere. And yeah, and engage in the chat, because I'm going to be giving some people some screen time. If you want some screen time, you want your face and your name popped up there, make sure you support and engage. Now, family, I don't normally watch the Super Bowl. I don't normally watch sports like that. But I will say that the only reason why I watched some of the Super Bowl was because I was looking for occult symbols. And everyone here, if you don't know, the Super Bowl is one of the most biggest rituals that they do annually every year here in America, or the United States of America, right? Did y'all see? Listen, if y'all don't follow my Instagram, go follow my Instagram. I am Conjure Queen, because I have posted in my stories this girl who had the little voodoo doll, and she was like poking a little voodoo doll while she was at the game during the Super Bowl. I'm like, you see this girl doing voodoo? She was doing voodoo on somebody who number 15. Anybody know who that is? Sorry, my ignorance, but it just popped into my head right now. Why am I bringing that up? I'm bringing that up because we have to understand that a lot of the times the battles that the chosen ones are facing is not of flesh and blood. It's really spiritual. It has always been a spiritual war. It has always been a spiritual monopoly, right? And that's what's happening now. They want to have a monopoly over your concentration, over your attention, right? The new currency is your attention. That's why they try to keep you trapped with all of the distractions, because they don't want you seeing what's really happening in the real world. Okay, the world that your avatar came into this reality or this matrix here to fulfill a mission. Everybody in here has a mission. Everybody in here has a purpose. Because if you was a NPC, a non-playable character, a bot, or an agent, you wouldn't be watching this right now. Well, no, agents would be watching, but you wouldn't be resonating with this information at all right now. Okay, you are also this Leo. Listen. This Leo full moon, first of all, let's talk a little bit about the Leo full moon. We're going to talk a little bit about the Super Bowl, right? Because we got a lot of people talking about the Super Bowl, but let's talk about this Leo full moon. Now, first of all, Leo's it rules the heart, right? When we talk about Leos, like Leos is known to be very courageous. Okay, Leos love the spotlight. Leo is the sun. So what happens when you have this powerful energy of Leo magnified by the lunar power of the moon, right? At this time, well, basically what you get is people really stepping into their heart space. Your heart is where the truth is at. Shout out to Ma'at, right? Ma'at, the kinetic goddess who weighs the heart on the scale. When you pass away, when you go into the underworld and spirit is trying to see where you're supposed to go next, how have you been living your life here? Have you been living in your truth, or have you been living a life that other people have painted for you? So remember, the heart is where the soul is at. So people are now stepping into that soul energy and moving away from that lower vibrational energy. And I'm also hearing we're stepping into a post-capitalistic society, and it's going to be sooner than we think. Yeah. But in order for things to get better, things are going to get ugly. And Sekhmet told me, she came to me in a vision and she was like, listen, I need you to prepare. And some of y'all probably got this message too. If you're tapped into the dark goddess mother, if you're tapped into these earthly energy, mother goddess energy, right? Tapped into spirit, you got the message that something big is coming. And a lot of us feel it. Something big is coming on an energetic level, spiritual level, physical level, on all different levels. Anybody else been feeling it? Anybody else been feeling it? Okay, listen. And once again, please screen record, okay? Please. Now, one thing I'm going to say is that it's going to be very difficult for those people who are living a lie. And I'm going to explain why. When you are not operating in your truth, you are doing a disservice to your higher self, to God, to Goddess, right? To the creator. Because you being here, right? Like the most highest thing that you can ever do is to allow spirit to move through you, right? Or you allow your higher self, which is the person who's playing this avatar that you know as your physical body and your legal name, that being that is operating this vessel is outside of you. You can consider that God. And whenever you are in alignment with this being that controls this avatar, right? There is a dance, there is harmony, there is peace and balance. And that's why the highest thing you can do is operate in your truth. Truth is balance, harmony. When we're young, we're conditioned to believe, we're taught who we're supposed to be, right? Our parents, society, it already slaps a label on us and be like, all right, you're supposed to be this for the rest of your life. When we're teenagers, we are given the most difficult task by adults, forced upon children to decide while they're in high school, for the rest of their life, they have to make the toughest decision. What do they want to do with the rest of their life? Now, what I find is very strange is because they expect young children to know what they want to be when they grow up. And then it's like they don't even allow children to drink past the age of 21. But at the age of younger than 18, you have to decide your whole entire life. Somebody, can you make that make sense for me? Can somebody make that make sense for me? Because I'm trying to understand. People are talking about the Department of Education is about to collapse. Haven't we been saying this? We're cosmically moving into higher consciousness. And listen, if you're my Instagram family, listen, come over here to YouTube. Come over here to the YouTube so that way we can give you some screen time and we can actually see you here in the live and I can look and see your questions and your comments pop up. Okay. Now, shout out to Straight Panther, always holding it down. Thank you, Straight Panther, our moderator. Thank you. So, family, I'm in New York City, so y'all gonna hear sirens, okay? Like, I'm immune to it, so it doesn't really affect me. But other people that's not used to it, they be like, yo, CQ, what's going on in your background? You good? I'm like, nah, I'm just in New York City. If you know, you know. You feel me? But sorry about that. Please block that out. Okay, now, one thing that I'm going to say is if you have been living a lie, that false identity that you had is about to shatter and break. However, if you keep holding on to a costume and you think that this costume is your true identity, you're going to be met with a lot of pain, right? Suffering is a choice. Human beings choose suffering. But it's because the way that they're looking at it. Change your attitude and you will change your life. Shout out to Robert Greene, the Laws of Human Nature. Excellent book. Because the universe is mental, all is mind. And I talk about this too, as well as in my new ebook that I made called Breaking Out the Matrix. If you guys are interested in that, you could check that out in the link below. Whenever you are breaking a matrix or a prison in your mind, you're going to be met with resistance. Right? When you're working out in the gym and you're not used to working out, your muscles is going to be achy and sore. It's not going to be easy. But as you continue to get stronger, your body learns and it trains itself to build up resistance, spiritually build up resistance. You grow, you thrive. So that's what life is about. We come here with a certain mission in order to level up or bulk up our spirit. But a lot of people are getting left back and repeating the same grade. Because the system that we're in, it is conditioned to put you into this box. And that's not who you're meant to be. So that's why these people may feel depression. These people may feel anxiety. Okay, a lot of body aches and pains is signs of nervousness. You might be an empath, a hypersensitive person. Loud noises disturb you. A lot of lights and sounds can overwhelm you. Too many people in a crowded room, like a mall or a busy city, or like if you come to Times Square here in New York City, like overwhelming. You got to literally prepare yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically to go outside because you know that you're literally walking into a war zone of different energies zapping by. Right? So this is the time when you want to walk into your truth. I want everybody in here to write on a piece of paper when you have time, and do this as soon as possible. You need to get more clear on what is your why? Why are you here? And if you don't know what your why is, start asking why don't I know what I want to do, right? How can I learn what I want to do? Finding your ikigai. What is it? IKA. Let me write. I can't think of it in my mind. Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese word which basically means your purpose, your life purpose, right? What you come here to do, what you're going to get paid for, what you actually love to do. Imagine that you can get paid, or matter of fact, we're moving into an economy now where it's not even going to be based upon money. It's going to be mostly based upon what service can you give to humanity? What can you give? Can you teach? Can you grow food? Are you nurturing? Can you heal people? Are you a warrior? Can you fight? Can you protect? Right? Because healers, they need warriors, and warriors, they need the healers. I always say that, right? Like we balance each other out. And some people are both, like the bush monks that they had. They call them bush monks, bushman. The bush monks were like powerful ass freaking monks that was in the bushes in Japan, and they was whooping ass, and they called them that because they were people who had woolly or bushy hair, right? But we're not going to get into the whole history of that with the samurais and stuff, and who the real samurais were in Japan, because that's a whole nother history lesson. Kendrick Lamar's performance, Kendrick Lamar's performance was very interesting. I don't know if anybody caught it, but there was a lot of Eshu colors, like Alegba, the guardian of the gateways, the doorway. Well, Alegba, his colors is red and black. Okay. And whenever you think of the colors red and black, even when you look at the color spectrum, red is the lowest vibrational color that is closest to invisibility. And after that is blackness. Even when you look at the color spectrum, whenever you painting or you go into, I forgot what they call that. When you remove all of the colors and it's black, right? So, oh man, I just lost my train of thought. Hold on. Red and black. So when you look at the colors red, right? Red and black. Well, black will be represented by the invisible, the unknown, the darkness, the primordial energy or space. And red is the next step outside of the invisible. That's why Elegba or Legba's colors, or the Eshu's colors, is red and black. Well, that's what was told to me, right? By that particular entity or energy. This is the same energy or entity that I speak about to do the 16 penny ritual in order to open up the way. Right? I don't know if you guys ever seen my 16 penny ritual, but I would highly suggest that you check it out, because it is a ritual that has been changing thousands of people's lives, as well as myself. Shout out to Bobby Hemmett, who taught me that ritual years ago. And I still use this ritual to this day. Alegba can help open up the path and open up the way to a new dimension, to a new lifestyle, to happiness and joy, and to prosperity and peace, right? So Kendrick basically had his dances with these colors, right? The girl that had the red and black wig stood out. I'm like, okay, hold on, that's that shoes colors right here. So is he opening up the way to what? And he kept saying, right, everything that he was talking about was really about the rebellion, the power going into the people's hands. I'm not going to sit here and regurgitate what a whole bunch of other YouTubers are saying, right? Because y'all can go on another YouTube page and find out that information, because everybody's talking about it right now. It's the hottest trending topic. But I'm basically going to tell you the simplified version of it. Is basically Kendrick was basically the representation of the people, right? Power to the people. Power to the people. And also Samuel Jackson, Samuel Jackson, basically representing Uncle Sam, right? Play on words. Now, the governments as we know it has already, let me be careful what I say. The governments as we know it is not what they used to be anymore. Those powers that were in control, the power is shifting now. And I keep saying that, right? Like Pluto moving into Aquarius, breaking down the lies of the matrix. Family, this is why Sekhmet came to me and she was like, it's going to get ugly before it gets better. And that's kind of like when you go through, whenever you get a cold, you get sick. Let's say you haven't been eating properly, you probably haven't getting good sleep, probably outside with no coat on, catching coochie cold, knowing you're supposed to have a coat on. You outside just, let's just say you're just being reckless with your body, okay? You're going to get sick. Your body, the white blood cells within you are going to tell you, hey, listen, something's not right. There's an invader in here. Right? There's an invader in your body. I don't know if y'all just heard that. I just heard a sound in here. Sorry. My spirits be moving around and stuff. There's an invader coming into your body. Your body informs you when something is not right, right? Hold on one second. This thing is glitching out right now on my end. Can y'all still hear me? Because my thing is saying no sound. Here they go. See, I'm trying to use code words, but here they go. Okay, my bad. Where was I? Bring me back. Sorry. Y'all know when I channel, I be all over. Okay, they said the audio was good. Where was I? Anyway, when you catch a sickness and your body is telling you that you're catching a sickness, right? Like your body can detect when you're getting sick. So invaders in the body. Thank you, boo-boo. There's so much freaking information. Yo, one of the things that I told to my Conjure Society members, and shout out to the Conjure Society, I told them that a lot of the times when people talk about the invasion, right? Like we always hear about parasites, but do people really understand what parasites are? Parasites can take over your mind. They can take over your thinking process. They can hijack you and make you do things that you don't want to do, right? Like a parasite can hijack an animal and make it kill itself so that it can be eaten by another animal to hijack that predator. It's crazy. Now, we got to ask ourselves, if they have the technology to create all these type of like viruses and biological warfare and all this stuff, how do we know that they're not creating these parasites and putting this stuff inside of the nanobots, inside of the junk food and stuff like that? Like they're trying to attack us on so many levels, family. Like you got to realize your God DNA is turning on. Your God DNA is turning on, and they know that it's turning on. And the only way for them to keep you asleep is to continue to feed you poisons that put parasites in your body that hijack your neural system. Your neural system is what allows you to connect to Mother Earth in a way. That's why they put rubber on the soles at the bottom of your shoe. 555 people in here. Wow. They put rubber soles on the bottom of your shoe so that way you cannot connect to the electromagnetic energy force field of the earth. That is why so many people are depressed. So many people are disconnected. So many people don't know their soul purpose, who they are. And we're stepping into a part of healing. And Sekhmet is coming forward at this time. That's what I was getting at. Sorry. Sekhmet was talking about basically that before things get ugly, before things get better, they get ugly. That's why when your body detects when you're getting sick, you start feeling body aches. You get that itchy feeling in the back of your throat. You get postnasal drip. You sneeze and cough, and everything's going wrong. You feel like crap. But the reason why that's happening is your body is working. You should be happy that you're experiencing those symptoms because your body is actively fighting against the invader. Okay? When your body is actively fighting against the invader, that's what Sekhmet is saying is happening now. Consider us the white blood cells, quote unquote, and there was a virus that had came into Earth. And now we are activating or leveling up so that way our powers is overpowering them to reject their witchcraft, their spells, everything that they have been using against the masses. This is why we do our rituals. And we've been doing our rituals to break these spells that they kept on the people. Why do you think so many people is waking up? The shamans, the healers, the warriors, all of us come together and we do our rituals every month. And I have good news because we actually have a ritual coming up tomorrow. Now, Sekhmet, we're going to be invoking the goddess Sekhmet. Sekhmet is not somebody to be playing with. If you don't know about Sekhmet, Sekhmet is the mother goddess you call upon when it is time to get justice, when someone has done you wrong, when you need to remove these false leaders that have been causing pain, suffering, poverty, sickness, trafficking, all of these crimes against humanity for all of these generations. It is time for them to fall. Sekhmet came to me and she was like, it's time to call war. She was like, the war is already, first of all, we got to understand something. Things happen on the spiritual before they manifest into the physical. And if you are sensitive enough, you probably already been feeling the chaotic energy that's been happening. There's some stuff that's going up on in the skies as well as underground, as well as in the waters. Okay. When we talk about alien activity, y'all got to understand that a lot of these aliens, quote unquote, that they talk about is your ancestors or is this is complicated to explain. Time-wise, right? They're in different dimensions where time is a little different than what it is here. So let's call them your star family for simplicity. right? Like you come into this physical body, you have your bloodline, your blood family, then you have your star family. And there's a book, really good book I recommend called Space Age Indians. And it has recordings of a woman who travels around the world and she interviews the indigenous people and she gets real life situations of their encounters with aliens. She talks about reptilians. She talks about the blue people. She talks about these tall white beings. She talks about these big black beings. Like they talk about all of the different beings. And the main thing that a lot of the indigenous people said is they come to us when we're in time of need and they protect us because this is our family. They say that to us. Like look in most indigenous cultures and they'll say we come from the stars. We're star people. We're made of star dust. You feel me? That's why a lot of you are the ancestors reincarnated again. That's why a lot of you came into this world already knowing that you have a mission and a purpose. It's no coincidence that this video is finding you. Okay, you have a lot of questions and you feel like it's not enough answers and you're binge watching YouTube, you're reading all of these books. It's like you feel like you have so much that you need to catch up on. But I want to tell you, you're exactly where you need to be. I want to invite you to perform and join us in the full moon ritual that is coming up tomorrow, February 12th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are doing a truth and world healing full moon ritual, invoking the goddess Sekhmet in order to overthrow these false leaders, expose the truth, because we're going to be doing something different this time. This is like a truth spell. And this is a remix of what we did in 2017. Shout out to my OGs out there. If you've been with me since 2017, you probably remember the Divine Royalty Facebook group days, when we did that ritual, that world peace ritual with the globe. Yeah, we're going to be doing that, but it's going to be on steroids because we're invoking Sekhmet this time. And a lot of us got stronger since then. Y'all been asking for us to do this ritual, and I'm telling you, this is going to be powerful. Some of y'all are asking, how can you be a part of this? Hold on, let me give you the link right now. I have a link where you can RSVP and join. And listen, if you don't have all of the materials to be a part of this ritual, listen, I try to make the materials as easy as possible to find and get. So that way it's not difficult. It's not a difficult task and it's less resistance. Okay. Basically, we are going to be doing a ritual not only to break this matrix and well, basically expose the lies, but we're going to also help to heal, because a lot of the people are going to be needing healing, especially what's about to come. I don't want to fearmonger, so I don't want to talk about that too much. But what I want to tell you, like Sekhmet said, things will get ugly before they get better. But it's just like taking that bitter medicine. Nobody likes to take that nasty bitter medicine. My grandmother, shout out to my great grandma, may her soul rest in peace. She used to always give me castor oil, like a big old tablespoon of castor oil whenever I was sick, and I hated it. She'd be like, take it, it's going to make you better. And I kid you not, whatever she did with that castor oil, her own little home remedies, it used to always have me feeling good. Okay. And there's another book I want to recommend called Slave Medicine. And it talks about that, how back in the day during slavery, the slave owners, they didn't want to go to the regular doctors. They was like, oh, no, I want to talk to that bush woman, that's that hoodoo lady in the bushes that be healing people. I want to talk to her. I want her to heal my son. So they would go all the way down to the swamp, to the backwoods, and find that hoodoo lady, the bushman, bushwoman, to heal them. And shout out to somebody's birthday. Shout out to somebody. Mikkel. Shout out to the family. Oh, sorry, what just happened? Oh, my bad. I was supposed to pin that. I don't think I pinned it. Let me pin that for you, family. Hold on, it's going to feedback. I'm gonna pin this. Pin. Okay, it should be pinned now. All right. So I want to just say too, Sekhmet is not just a goddess of war, right? Like a lot of people paint her as like this evil goddess that just is about blood and violence. No, like you got to think about a mother that is overprotective of her cub, of her babies, right? Like you're like her babies, because the primordial mother goddess is ancient. So Sekhmet is just an aspect of how she expresses herself, right? We all know of the innocent, sweet mother goddess that's always portrayed to us like the Virgin Mary. So this is like the opposite of her, like let's say the Black Madonna, right? Sekhmet is the mother that is able to lift 1,000 pounds, a ton truck or car to get her baby that's under it, right? Sekhmet is that mother that's willing to fight tooth and nail and split the freaking sea for her baby. Like, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to protection, Sekhmet does not play. And that toxic patriarchy, this toxic cycle is about to fall through. I'm telling you right now. Also, those who are into energy healing and Reiki, Sekhmet is excellent to work with if you want to step into healing. Okay, if you want to understand like martial arts, fighting, defending yourself, herbalism, Sekhmet, yo, y'all got it. First of all, let me even tell you. I put the link I pinned the link for those who are interested in joining the ritual. I have put the link inside the chat, but I also have the link as well as in my description. If you're watching on Instagram, I have the link pinned in my bio on Instagram and YouTube. Here it is in my description, and I always pin it in the comment section if you're watching this after. If you're reading if you have the book Encyclopedia of Spirits, feel free to read along with me. Okay. And if you are a student of the occult and you want to delve deeper into your sciences, I would definitely recommend signing up for my Conjurer Society, where I have classes and all of that, talking about all of this stuff, learning your own magic, how to break the spells. And the same magic that they use for evil is the same magic that you can use to heal. You got to understand that. Sekhmet, the mighty one. This is on page 892 of the Encyclopedia of Spirits. I'm going to read it to you, okay? Sekhmet, the mighty one, the great of magic, lady of terror, lady of action, the one before evil flees, mistress of dread, lady of the flame, the scarlet woman of Upper Egypt. Sekhmet, lioness goddess, epitomizes the blazing, scorching power of the sun, Leo, right? We're in that Leo moon energy. She is a goddess of war, justice, destruction, and healing. You got to break down the matrix in order to build up the golden era that we are going to be building and pioneering for the next generation to come. Her name may derive from a root word meaning to be strong, powerful, mighty, or violent, okay? What happens when you are hurting Sekhmet's children? Well, you get fucked up, point blank, period, okay, to be blunt. Sekhmet is among the fiery manifestations of the Eye of Ra. Peep my earrings, right? She is a fierce guardian goddess of Upper Egypt. Her hot breath created the desert. Sekhmet was associated with plagues and pestilence and disease, illnesses that blew in on desert winds. When I tell you I had a vision and a dream that spirits told me to put blood by my door to protect it because a pestilence was coming before, y'all know what I'm talking about, the pandemic, right? They're going to be trying to do another one. And when I got that vision and the spirit told me, just like in the Bible, right? Because for those who don't know, I come from a Christian family and I know a little bit about the Bible. Okay, so that's where my origins come from, and I broke free from that, and I started to understand spirituality. In the Bible, they have it where when Moses was like, listen, God was like, listen, it's going to be a plague here. You got to tell all of the people to put this blood over their door, or else they're going to get effed up, like point blank, period. Their son going to get got. So he was like, all right, listen, everybody, you got to put this over your door. When I had that dream and the spirit was like, yo, you got to cover your door in blood. And listen, for those who's like squeamish, I'm going to tell you exactly. Spirit said use blood. Now for the women, this is your menses, which is a sacred blood. The women of the indigenous villages in indigenous times, right, our ancestors, they would use their menstrual blood and bleed on the earth and by the tree in order to give the earth an offering to say, in exchange of my blood, I want you to protect my family. I want you to protect my village. And so I feel as though Sekhmet has also been calling and saying that as the women, we need to share our lifeblood, right, giving it to the mother, putting it on her altar. You can even feel free to use this in the ritual ritual that we're going to be doing tomorrow. Okay. Because she's saying it's time now for the people to rise up, and you don't have to be a woman to participate in this. Men can participate too. Okay. So I don't want to make it seem like, oh, this is just a woman empowerment thing. It's not. Because the men are going to be protecting the healers as well. And this is feminine energy, masculine energy. We're not going to get into men, women, because everybody, men and women, we all have masculine and feminine energy. We know that, right? Okay. So, Sekhmet. So when she talks about the pestilence and plagues, it's going to be another plague that's coming. And when you get these visions and dreams, the reason why we're going to be working with Sekhmet is because Sekhmet can also warn you of how to protect yourself and your family. She can give you premonitions, okay? She can help you with your clairvoyancy, your psychic powers. Okay, Sekhmet is also, like they said, the lady of the fire, transformation, the alchemical fire. She can help purge you and clean you of the parasites, okay? Clean you of the poisons and toxins inside of you. They try to hijack our nervous system with the parasites that they biochemically make in their labs. But our immune system is so strong that it's fighting it off, and they don't know what to do now. So now they're spraying all of this stuff in the air with chemtrails, putting stuff in the water. All that's about to change, though. I'm telling you right now. It says, sensational descriptions of Sekhmet tend to emphasize her destructive aspects, but she was also amongst Egypt's most significant healing deities and remains an active healer today. Remember, I said that. Most spirits must be asked before they will openly intervene in someone's life. It's possible that many perform acts of rescue anonymously. Sekhmet, however, is renowned for appearing in dreams and visions in order to perform successful healings. She will come and heal you. Like she came to me in this dream and said, it's time to do this ritual. The family needs to come together because y'all, everybody that's watching this, you got to understand you have spiritual power, spiritual technology, alchemy, magic, whatever you want to call it. You have this power inside of you, and it's time for you to utilize it. It's time for you to step into the mission why you came here, not this physical avatar, not the job label that you have. That's not who you are. That's not your identity. That's just something temporary while you do, just to help you along your mission, right? Most spirits must be asked. Okay, I said that part. No one summoned her, at least not consciously. Instead, Sekhmet recognized a need and personally took the initiative. So Sekhmet will step in and help you. With some spirits, it's like you gotta wait and ask them. No, baby, she don't play. Like if she see somebody cheating on you, lying to you, about to hurt you, betray you in some way, she will warn you. Okay, she will tell you in a dream, in a vision, or you might just know. If this ritual is also good for truth spells. Now, for those who was part of our last ritual, one of our last rituals, so we've done a lot of rituals. We did a truth spell. People was coming to me saying, like, listen, they found out truths that their spouse was probably cheating on them, that they were suspicious about. They found out the truth about who they really meant to be, right? The truth about who their enemies and their real friends were at the job space. Like so much stuff will come to the light. So that's why I say these rituals are only for people who's really ready for change, who's not just talking about it and complaining about it, because people could talk about it all day. But we actually are doing something about it. And I'm inviting you to be a part of this change, because Sekhmet is about to destroy this whole entire false system. Sekhmet is about to put all of these false leaders on their ass. Like Sekhmet is about to F shit up out here. And I'm not even like, yo, it's an understatement. It's an understatement. Well, actually, Shamika, you know what's crazy? They're trying to tell people to make more babies. They're like, you know what, you need to make more babies, but you know, in some places, yes, they are trying to depopulate, but they want to have a certain type of human. They want to depopulate the free thinkers, okay? The chosen ones. Oh yeah, she's definitely good for business success. So this ritual is not just, listen, when we talk about the description, I put the link below, family. You can check out everything, what this ritual is going to do. I have it in bullet points and everything for you, so you can check out before you actually RSVP. For those who are not able to make the live video, if you register before the deadline tomorrow, if you register before the deadline, you will still have access to the recording and you can still do the ritual, because the full moon is still active for 3 days. For those who may have work or school that night, you can still be a part of this ritual. But you have to RSVP, so that way you do get the access to the Eventbrite. It's on Eventbrite. It's a virtual ritual. If you don't have all of the materials, it is okay. You can always do it over because you will have the recording for life. For those who have been a part of our ritual, you can even ask them how it is. If you're hesitant about it, you can look at the ratings on my Eventbrite. I have a lot of repeat people that come back. Okay, listen, just ask about us. Our rituals work. That's all I'm going to say. And if you haven't already, make sure that you sign up to my email list, and so you will be notified of all of our rituals coming up. Now, let's talk a little bit too about what's going to happen when we work with Sekhmet. I want to explain something. Truth spells will reveal the truth to you. It will open up your eyes, and it will also help you realize your mission and your purpose and your destiny. You're going to walk into your truth. You're going to start to have your eyes open and start seeing things differently. You might start feeling more smarter, more alert, more energetic, more conscious, because Sekhmet's power, her fire, is going to be within you. She can heal you. If you've been going through any type of illnesses, even blood diseases, stuff like that, Sekhmet is really good for that. Okay, if you do any type of energy work, if you're a reader, a psychic, a channeler, a herbalist, a healer, something like that, Sekhmet can also help protect you. You need protection if you are a channeler, if you are sensitive, psychically sensitive, because you are a portal for spirits to come to. You literally are a portal if you're a channeler. Right? Spirit uses us in order to speak the word to the people, right? With great power comes great responsibility. And we have a lot of false prophets that are rising up, and you have to use your discernment and do this truth spell. So that way, not only will these false prophets be exposed, but your eyes will be open, so that way you can discern between who are your enemies and who are your friends, who are your real people and your real tribe. A lot of people are going to portray themselves as your allies and your tribe and your friends, but you have to be very wise at this time, because this is the year of the serpent and the snake, and a lot of snakes are sneaky, right? Serpent energy can be about being very strategic and cautious at this time. You have to be very strategic and cautious at this time. Yeah, shout out to Ken. He already signed up. She already signed up and got they already signed up and got the RSVP. You feel me? So make sure you RSVP, family, before the deadline. Okay, I see y'all asking questions. I'm going to try to get to your questions in a minute, because y'all asking, can y'all substitute candles? Listen, use what you have for this ritual. Don't overthink it. Remember, the power is inside of you. These tools that we use just help us to channel our energy differently, right? Sekhmet, let me see. The pharaohs worked with Sekhmet because whenever there was war, they would call on Sekhmet to protect them, to overthrow their enemies. You got to understand something. You have people who are intentionally throwing hexes at you, who are intentionally speaking negativity over your bloodline, who are intentionally trying to eradicate you, your DNA, and everything that you are and everything that you stand for. If that's not insulting and enough drive enough to stand up and get off your ass and fight back, then I don't know what is. And I don't think that you meant for this path. Because at the end of the day, I always say that, yes, we understand that love and light has its place, but we also got to be able to step into that dark energy too and be able to fight back. And that's what the call is about. It's about stop being passive, sitting around, get off your ass and do this work that you know that you got to do. Healing yourself, helping to protect yourself and protect these people who can't fight for themselves. With great power comes great responsibility. Spirit blessed you and gave you this knowledge, this power, and this gift and this understanding. So that way you can also not only elevate and uplift yourself, right? The shaman heals himself. But the shaman learns how to heal himself, and the shaman is sick to learn how to heal himself so he can heal or she can heal other people. This is why you went through everything that you went through, the hero's journey. Okay? This is not the time to be passive and just be praying about it, right? Like, you understand that even when it comes to prayer, you still have to put some type of physical effort into it. You can't just pray and be like, God, send me a job, and you're not out here applying for a job. You're not out here doing anything to build up your skills, right? Like, it's all about skills. And I'm telling you, the economy is changing where it's not, well, AI is changing the game. So it's really going to be about what service can you give to the people, right? How whatever you created, this invention, how can it serve the people? How can it help the people? If you're coming into things with a selfish mindset, all for you, and you just going into things for the money, it's not going to work out, because the economy, the capitalistic society as we know it, is going to be a post-capitalistic society. It's really going to be about bartering, about service. More people are going to consciously step away from this matrix system, because more people are saying, we don't want to be a part of this. We don't agree to this. And we're going to create our own little mini villages and mini tribes. Watch, you're going to see. It's already happening. People are already doing it. It's just not talked about a lot, but it takes a lot of energy, a lot of connection. So that's why I said this is the year of collaboration. This is not even a year, the era of collaboration. This is not just any ritual. This is a movement. And I want you to be a part of this. You got to understand that when they create when I say they, I'm talking about those false leaders that was using the ancient science that our ancestors used in order to build and help society grow. They turned that energy into destructive energy to break it apart, and they tried to use it for selfish means. The AI and the technology that we're seeing now is because they found blueprints, manuscripts, and artifacts all in those tombs that they've been digging up. Okay, they've been trying to find the secret source, the recipes and the ingredients, and how to build this and how to put this together. This is not new technology. They've been had this. We're behind, right? They've been had this technology. But the technology at that time was too advanced. And what happened is it destroyed everything. And so they started to indoctrinate us and tell us how we're supposed to live, how life is supposed to be. We've been living a lie our whole entire life for generations. So it's not going to be easy, like Sekhmet said, but we can sit around and act like everything's going to be okay and wait for things to change. You can't wait. Imagine if your body got infected with a virus, a disease, a pathogen, whatever. And your body, the white blood cells is like, nah, you know what? We're going to just wait and see what happens. We're going to wait and see. Like, yo, you out of here. Like, you're going to be finito. You done. You dead, because you need your body to fight whatever pathogens is entering your body. So that's what's happening now, where you have to step up. Mother Earth is like, listen, now it's time to like step up, utilize this power. You can't just be passively sitting around. No, do what you came here to do. Right? I promise you, when you find your purpose and your ikigai, you will have fulfillment. The money is not even going to matter, because you're going to be like, yo, I wake up every day. I do what I came here to do. I'm naturally gifted at this. I love it. Right? And people will pay you for what you can give to service them. You don't have to worry about that. You will be taken care of. Like people who may not know, I don't have a 9-to-5. I don't have a job. Like outside of what I do, this is what I do full time. I haven't had a job since 2015. Spirit told me that I have to walk on faith, right? Have faith. What they say, walk with faith without sight, right? Like you have to just trust the process. Walk by faith, not by sight. Trust the process. And I did. I took that leap. Spirit was like, don't worry, I will take care of you. You will be taken care of. But you need to utilize this gift you have to channel and share this information with the people. Wake up the sleeping gods and goddesses. So that is why I don't worry and I don't stress, because at the end of the day, I know that Spirit is going to take care of me. You have to have that same level of confidence and know that you're going to be taken care of. You feel me? Oh, and thank you for the donation. I just seen somebody sent me a Cash App. I appreciate you. Ashe. Thank you. Jazzy, thank you. Okay. So now, any questions, family? Because, hold on, let me move this out the way. Sekhmet energy is going to be intense, and I'm ready for this ritual because I've been wanting to work with Sekhmet and the family for a minute. If you're ready for change, if you're ready to do this healing, not just for yourself, but for your bloodline, for the collective, to activate the dormant DNA, to heal yourself. We need healing, family, because moving into this higher dimension, you can't bring that old heavy shit with you. You got to elevate and leave that behind. There may be tears, there may be, releasing, purging, but it has to be released and let go of. You can't hold on to this anymore. Sekhmet comes to clear the space, that Oya energy, the hurricane energy, to clear the space, to bring in the new energy that is coming. You are the ones that will rise up and be the new teachers, the new healers, the new doctors, the new inventors, right? The new organizers, the new like matriarchs or whatever, like the new leaders, the artists, the revolutionaries. Like, you are the pioneers, and you have a purpose and a mission to step forward into your power. Shout out to the moderators. Listen, who's going to be part of this ritual? Let's see, like, drop it in the comments. Who's ready to be a part of this ritual? Who is ready to invoke Sekhmet? Who is ready to call on the mother goddess on these false leaders? Because I'm telling you right now, you're going to see them fall. Literally kicking and screaming. All of the truth going to come out. Y'all going to be like, God damn. Okay? I'm not even exaggerating. It's going to get crazy. It's about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy. But I'm ready for it. And I know, listen, don't even be worried, family. It's nothing to be worried about. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, Tracy Cook Person. Thank you. Shout out to you. Hey, my love. What are your suggestions for fluids to protect the door post if you no longer bleed? Oh, excellent question. So I would say if you're not able to use your vaginal blood, right, your menses, then you can even use, like, you can get like one of those diabetic pens and use that blood, right, on the door. But it's all about the intention. So that's why I was saying, like, if you do have the menses, that's great. But if not, that's cool too. And what I find with women who don't menstruate anymore, what I was told in my occult studies was that the power, like, whenever we bleed, some of the power is released. But when you stop menstruating, it's like the power just kind of, instead of being released, it's actually building up inside of you. So you get stronger, right? They say the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So the crone, when you reach the crone era, is when you no longer menstruate anymore, right? And it's more about pulling that energy inside of you. So whatever blood that you use is considered sacred because it's inside, if that makes sense. Well, that was what I was taught. So I hope that answers your question. And thank you for tuning in, Miss Tracy Person. Oh, you told me to stop calling you Miss. Me and Miss Person, we go way back to, like, oh my God, to high school. She was like my drama teacher. We just recently reconnected. It was amazing. But yeah, I don't want to tell y'all all her business. I don't know if she wants y'all all her business like that. But I just had to tell them a little something while I was cheesing like that. All right. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. That was a great question too. I'm glad you asked that, because I would have forgot to mention that for people who don't menstruate anymore. Yes, you could use olive oil too. Yes, if you don't want to use blood, you could use olive oil. That's what my grandmother used to do. She used to bless the olive oil and put a cross over the door. So yes, feel free to do that. I was just simply telling you, based upon the indigenous ways, what the women would do to protect their home or to mark their territory so that other spirits won't do anything crazy. Right? It's kind of like marking your territory, saying, like, ain't nobody able to cross this threshold or harm my family. Right? If you do, you will get burnt. So it's like a warning sign. Yep. See, somebody said they're more sensitive during your menopause. Yeah. Dragon's blood is fine too. That's a great question, Jen. Dragon's blood is good too. Use what you have, right? Like, at the end of the day, yeah, use what you have. But Sekhmet is going to get real. I'm ready for this ritual. We're going to turn up. And y'all always know, like, whenever we do our rituals, our full moon rituals, and full moons, first of all, the energy is already amplified. When we do our rituals together, it's like, whew, it's powerful. And we're about to create ripple changes in the cosmos, in the universe, and you're going to see it manifest. You're going to see. You are going to see. You're going to have truths revealed to you. People are going to heal. You might get people coming to you from your past, calling you, talking about, hey, they want to just have a conversation. They may want to heal, like have a healing conversation, get closure. Stuff like that happens when you do a healing ritual, because sometimes Conversations need to be had to heal yourself as well. You feel me? Let's see. Somebody said reach out for offerings. Oh, if you're wondering what type of offerings to bring, in the event page for the ritual that we're having tomorrow, for those who are tuning in a little bit late, we're having a ritual tomorrow. It's called the Truth and World Healing Ritual. We're going to be invoking the goddess Sekhmet. Okay, the goddess Sekhmet, who is going to restore justice, healing, balance, and truth to the collective. It is time for us now to invoke the goddess, because there are people who are working overtime using their psychics to watch us, to remote view us, to thwart us, to ghost, to gang stalk us. So now we have to reverse that energy, send that shit back to the ass, and not only that, but invoke Sekhmet and ask her to heal the people, as well as to open up their eyes, open up the eyes of the collective, because we're going to need more allies, right? More people going to be coming through the floodgates, right? Seeking more knowledge, more information, wanting to seek help from the healers and the teachers and the leaders and the truth speakers. It's our time. This is the time that we've all been preparing for. That's what Sekhmet is saying. She was like, you have to do the ritual. You have to open up the way. Like Kendrick opened up the way with Elegba's colors during his halftime show during the Super Bowl, is how we're opening up the way for Sekhmet to clean up this fucking filthy ass planet, because they done left this shit dirty. Now this shit is ghetto. Now we have to ungut this shit from the root, unroot it, and fix this shit. So it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be easy, but it is our power, is within our responsibility, and we have to do what we came here to do. That's our mission. I'm not trying to come back here. Listen, y'all, I'm trying to graduate. I ain't trying to get left back. I don't know about y'all. Maybe y'all want to come back to this planet again and skip and repeat the grade. But baby, I'm ready to go on. I'm ready to go to the next level. Okay? Who ready to go to the next level? Who ready to go to the next level? Ashe? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Macy ready to go to the next level. La Siren is ready to go to the next level. Oh, we got to work with, you know what? We got to work with some Haitian deities next time. We're going to do a ritual with some Haitian deities. We've been working with the Kemetic gods and goddesses. We're going to, ooh, because that name just made me get some ideas. Thank you, boo. Yes, it's healing time. Yes. Listen, I can't wait to see y'all all in the ritual tomorrow. And listen, like I said, y'all have until tomorrow to RSVP. Okay, RSVP. Sooner than later, because I don't want y'all hit me up after like Conjure Queen. I forgot, girl. Like, listen, once the window closes, it closes. Okay. Yes, we ready to go. Ready to turn up. Hey, boo. Yes, she is ready. Angel's ready. Tiffany is ready. Who else ready? Oh, we ready. We turned up. Shout out to my, listen. It's time for us to call on the ancestors, to call on Sekhmet, because they called on war on us first. We just wanted peace. They wanted problems. So we about to return that smoke. Point blank, period. Okay? Because ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. And I'm from Brooklyn, so I was taught if somebody come for you and you ain't sent for them, then baby, listen, run up, get done up. That's what I gotta say. We don't turn the other cheek. Okay? If you from New York, you know. All right? If you from Brooklyn, you know what I'm talking about. So y'all could do all of that love and light, hurt none, all you want to, but baby, that don't work for us. We tired of being kicked around and being bullied while these spiritual people, I ain't gonna say spiritual people because they're not really spiritual. They're using the spiritual technology that our ancestors taught them, and they're using that against us to keep us in prison. Okay? The indigenous people gave this information out for free because they wanted to help people, but people who had dark hearts wanted to utilize this energy for wickedness, lied to you and told you this was evil, told you to go to their churches that they built for you, while they took all of your knowledge, all your books, took them to the Vatican and was doing their rituals seasonally, monthly rituals. So what we do is combat that shit. That's why we're not affected. That's why we're thriving and we're winning. Fuck them. Because they let me chill. Hold on. Because Sekhmet is coming through and my mouth is getting crazy right now. Let me calm that down. I say something and get my channel taken down again. Nah, knock on wood. Channel never got taken down, but they have taken down my videos. Goddamn. Listen, healers, it is time for you to rise up. There's going to be illnesses that they are trying to spread, a respiratory virus. And we need our healers now to step up and educate the people on how to heal themselves, how to protect themselves, how to build their immunity. Okay, the economy is changing. People are not going to have insurance like they once had because they're going to be canceling it out. Okay. You're going to have to learn how to be a little self-sufficient. You're going to have to learn how to be self-sufficient. So you got to start, now they're saying like that hermit mode, we're coming out of that. Come spring is going to be about like springing forward, emerging, connecting and networking with like-minded souls and individuals. Your vibe will attract your tribe. So don't worry. You will be moving away from the distractors and from the agents who are assigned to you. Understand that sometimes agents can be assigned to you to stalk you, to watch you, to block your way. So let's say somebody comes into your life and they distract you from your mission. You start realizing that you having money problems, you having health problems, things not going right for you. All of a sudden, when this person came along, it's like, okay, no, you gotta go. You feel me? Like Sekhmet is gonna open up your eyes. She's gonna reveal the truth to you. So that's why I said this ritual is also protection, because she's gonna first show you the people or the things that are hurting you. You have to first know what it is. Then she's gonna show you how to get rid of it. Listen, I ain't gonna give away too much. You're gonna be a part of our ritual tomorrow. RSVP. I'll put the link. I'll put it again. I'll pin it so that way you can be a part of it, family. Because I don't want you to miss out on this amazing time that we're going to have to shift, heal the collective as a whole. It's about to get real, and I'm ready for it. So any other questions? Any questions about the ritual? Any questions about the full moon? And also, for those who don't know, I also have a blog that I write. If you are a reader like myself, I would say subscribe to my blog. I also have that link in iamconjurequeen.com. That is my website that has everything there. You will be updated to our rituals and everything that we have going on. Because I don't think these social platforms, I don't bank on them too much. I don't bank on them too much. So, yeah, we don't know when they're going to be up or down. Just like they almost took down TikTok, they could just take down YouTube one day and be like, nah, you can't have this no more. So that's why I tell y'all to sign up to my website in case one day you wake up and all my platforms are gone. You know what happened. You'll be in the loop. You feel me? The cycles are closed. Well, that karmic cycle, they're about to get their ass whooped. I know that. But those who have been doing the work, I keep hearing that this is the time when you're going to be rewarded. This is the time where everything that you've been working on, building on, healing from, it's like things going to get, like I said, things, whatever you was going through, if you've been going through a tough time, things are about to get better. Sekhmet is coming through to clean that shit out. It's like whenever you've been sick and now you're coming into healing, your body starts getting stronger. Your body done purged out. You done been drinking your soups and taking your elixirs, and y'all need to take your elixirs. I always say take your colloidal silver, take your liquid chlorophyll, and take your atomic ormus, so your monatomic gold. Those are the three things I always tell y'all to take. I've been saying this for years now. And if you're like, Conjure Queen, what is that? Where is that? I have it in my Amazon link. It's the ones that I take. When I was sick and that respiratory issues tried to hit me, my spirit already told me what time it was. It was like, yo, take your colloidal silver. And I healed quickly. Well, I know people who were sick for weeks. My body was like, nah, you're out of here. Was not playing. Oh, thank you, boo. I appreciate you, Crystal. Shout out to Crystal. She's also one of the Divine Royalty family. I appreciate you always supporting. How do you RSVP? You click the link that's pinned, my love. And also, it's on the Eventbrite page. So if you click the X button on the right, if you're watching this on your mobile, and you go to my description, you'll see the link to RSVP to the ritual. Okay. And if you're watching this after the live, it will be pinned in the comments and pinned in the description, of this video, as well as if you're on Instagram, this is going to be in the bio link. Okay. But yes, I think that's all that I had to say. Oh, I was going to talk about the smoke. They have a lot of smoke in the air. It's even smoky right now. I would turn the camera around, but you can't probably see anything out my window. A lot of people have been talking about like strange skies and the smoke and stuff, and they've been spraying stuff here in New York City as well. And I'm not just talking about chemtrails. Like I've seen the trucks. I posted them. That's why you should follow my Instagram, because I posted in my stories about things that's happening, like, you know, in real time. Excuse me. And they was spraying stuff out of a truck here in New York City, talking about, oh, they spraying for West Nile virus. And I'm like, nah, there's something else in there, because West Nile virus, I'm like, ain't no mosquitoes out here. Like, what, like, isn't that normally what mosquitoes transfer? Ain't no mosquitoes out. It's cold as hell in New York right now. So what are y'all talking about? Hold on, sorry. I'm like, what are y'all even talking about? But yeah, that's why a lot of people have been getting sick, especially in major cities. So I don't know if you've been feeling like you coming down with something, or somebody around you, tell them to take the elixirs I just told you to take to heal themselves. All right. Get their immunity up, clean out their body, but get that mucus out of your system, because we are electrical beings. And when we have all of that mucus in our body, our spiritual powers aren't able to tap on. It's an insulator. An insulator doesn't allow the electricity to flow through. Just like the rubber on the bottom of your sole, of your feet, of your shoes, doesn't allow you to connect to the electrical current of the earth. That's why you have to take off your shoes and ground yourself sometimes to reconnect to mother. And I promise you, your depression will go away. When I was struggling with depression, I remember I used to go to the park all the time, and the tree would just tell me, like, listen, sit next to me, hug me, talk to me. And I know that sounds crazy to some people who's not tapped in, but I'm telling you, the tree was telling me everything. The tree told me when something was wrong with my kidneys. It was telling me what I needed to take and everything. I promise you, yo. And I listened to the tree, and the tree was just healing me. It was giving me prophecies. I'm like, yo, and this all happened when I had cut off, when I cut my hair. Because I used to have my hair relaxed. Like right now I have a silk press, but my hair is still like in its natural state. And when I cut my permed hair and my natural hair started growing out, it was like I became more telepathic. So a lot of y'all are going to start tapping into your telepathy, right? I'm not saying, and this is not to shame anybody who still get relaxes. Like I'm not one of those conscious people. I don't do that. And I despise people who do that. So don't worry. There's no judgment here. You feel me? So you can have a perm in your hair. You can eat pork chops every day like it ain't nobody's business. But if your heart is in the right place and you want to get better and you want to heal yourself, I know that spirit's going to guide you to where you need to go, what you need to do for yourself. You feel me? Because there could be people out here who eat healthy, who do all of the stuff. They meditate every day, all of that, but they got a stink ass attitude. Anybody got time for that? There's been a cat just coming into my apartment for the last few weeks. I asked it, who was it? Now I know. Segment. Segment came to see you, boo. She told you, and a lot of y'all probably got omens. If you have cats, I would definitely say allow your cats to be a part of this ritual. Let your cat be in there. Listen, if you find a whisker of a cat, they always say that's really good luck. Oh, thank you, Booby. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yes, go to the link. It's the link in the description, y'all. We definitely need our warriors to be a part of this ritual, okay? Like if you are an Aries, okay, if you are an Aries, if you are a fighter, if you have a warrior fighting spirit, we need you to be a part of this ritual. We need strong warriors to be a part of this. You feel me? And if you feel like, you know what, Conjure Queen, I'm new to this, but my heart is in it. I want to be a part of this DQ. It's my first ritual. I never did this, but I want to help. You are welcome to help too. It's for beginners and advanced practitioners, okay? It's for both. So come through, join us. We're going to have fun. Bring your wine, because we're going to probably turn up a little something too. I don't know. Let's see how it's going. Because y'all know Sekhmet, she got drunk. Her ass was drinking wine and blood, and she done passed out and fell asleep for days. So we might turn up too with Sekhmet. She might come over us and be like, all right, we turning up. We drinking some wine on a Wednesday night. Okay. But listen, like I said, it will be recorded. So if you cannot make the live, if you register in time before the deadline, you will still have access to the recording. That's the good thing, okay? Now, the link is in the description, so you can RSVP. Make sure you RSVP before the deadline, which is tomorrow. And yeah, we're gonna delve into this. We're gonna have a good time, family. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of this. Is there any other questions? Is there any other questions before I go? We was up here for a little minute. Yep, we talked about a lot of stuff. To sum in everything, in this video, we was talking about the aliens appearing. We was talking about the strange skies. We talked a little bit about the Super Bowl, the omens and what they mean. The opening of the way with Alegba or Eshu's colors and breaking that down. We're talking about the Leo moon and how that's going to affect us at this time. And also the ritual that we have coming up tomorrow on February 12th. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're doing a virtual ritual that you must RSVP to be a part of. It's going to be powerful. We are going to bring healing and truth and balance and justice to those who need it at this time. And I promise you, everybody always talk about we see effects change within days or weeks. So pay attention to what's happening with the politics, with the world, with everything that's happening, because they're going to try to distract us, but you got to stay focused. Point blank, period. They're going to try. They lose in the battle right now, and they're trying to distract you and keep your mind with all these new gadgets and tricks and stuff. No, don't let them get you. Don't let them get you. We got spiritual technology, the most advanced technology beyond what they can create. They're trying to use AI. It's like the bootleg version of what you have naturally. They're talking about putting these chips inside of your head so that way you can communicate with each other remotely. I'm like, we already do that. That's telepathy. Like, what are you talking about? We don't got to put no chip in our brain. Like, they bugging out here. Listen, if you want to go ahead and put chips in your brain and your head and your hands and stuff, you be my guest, but don't come around me with that. Okay? Because when they decide they want to turn your chip off when you're not doing what they say, I don't know, tell you. But this is why I teach you the spiritual technology, the technology they can't take from you. They cannot take this from you. The only way they can take this power from you is if they take your attention away. But I'm going to leave you with that because y'all know when I start channeling, I just keep talking. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Let's just close out. We give thanks to the Great Mother Goddess segment. We give thanks to the opener of the way. We give thanks to the ancestors. We give thanks to the spirits of the four winds and the four directions, and to everyone who tuned in today and gave us some good energy and participated. We are so excited for the ritual tomorrow. This Leo full moon is crazy intense. And I'm telling you right now, the power to the people, it's our time. It's time for the chosen ones to rise up. It's time for us to tap into our power. Our spiritual DNA is activating, and the ancestors are here. Ashe, shout out to segment, shout out to the Netru, shout out to the goddesses. Ashe, Aho, Dua, Amen, Ra. Until next time, family, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, everybody who donated, and thank you, everybody who supported. Make sure that you hit that thumbs up before you leave, and also drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts. How are you feeling this Leo moon, and are you going to participate in our ritual? I cannot wait to see you. Until next time, peace, family. Bye.